Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to another guidance session. Today, we will be looking at respect goes round and around, where we'll be understanding what diversity is. So, before we begin, let's have a short game. We will be playing the S and D game. What's the same and what's different? So, our first question is, what's different in these pictures? What is different in these pictures? I hope you guessed it correct. We see that this envelope is the one that is different. Let's go to the next one. What's the same in these pictures? Which of these are the same? And we see that 1, 2, 3 are the same. Let's go to the next one. What is different? And I'm sure you guessed that the blue image is different. And what's the same? What's looking the same as the first fish in the first box? We have this one and this one. So I hope you got the answers correct. Now we are playing a short game of I Spy. What do you notice about this picture? Look carefully. Well, I hope you guessed correctly, but we can see that all of these children, they look different. They have on different uniforms for work. We can say that these persons are diverse. Diversity means that we have different types or there is a variety. Have you ever eaten roti or celebrated Diwali? Did you light a diya with your friends and neighbors? Have you ever had sour wine? Have you eaten an arepa and empanada? Have you watched Carnival live? Did you ever say gracias? Have you ever decorated your home for Christmas? Sang parang if you didn't even know the words but you still try to? These are different things in our country that helps us to see that we are very, very diverse. You know, diversity is celebrating, appreciating, or sometimes participating, but more so respecting each other's culture, even though it may be different from our own. So we're going to have a short video where we learn more about diversity.
We've been reminding ourselves how important variety is. We love having a variety of different foods to eat and colors to see. Variety also lets us choose the music we like to listen to, the places we go to visit, the movies we watch or books we read, and the people we choose to call friends. A word that is very similar to variety is diversity. Like variety, diversity means that while some things are similar, they are not exactly the same, and that's a good thing. Many times when we talk about diversity, we're referring to people. All people are humans, but not all humans are exactly the same. Let's use our imagination again to make the point. How would you like if everyone in the world looked, dressed, spoke, and acted just like you? All your friends would look like you. Every sports star and actor would look like you. Every person in the local store or mall would look like you. That might be amusing for a while, but eventually you would want diversity. Look around at your classmates. Can you see the diversity in your class? Can you appreciate that you have so many different types of students in your class? This week's assignment: people aren't just different in the way they look or speak. They are also different in the way they think, the music they listen to, and the talents they have. This week, conduct 1 or 2 interviews with a few of your classmates. Try to find out how they are different from you. What talents do they have? What music do they listen to? What are their hobbies? Write your interview questions and answers in your Mind Sage journal. We encourage you to share what cool things you learned about your classmates in your Friday lesson review.
In understanding or appreciating diversity, we have to remember that everyone is unique, which is a big word to mean that they are different and special. We are one of a kind and we have our differences. Even though you are different from me and I'm different from you, we can still be friends and we can still work together. When we do this, we really appreciate each other's differences. So, as I said before, in our country, we have different kinds of people who work and live together, and we all love celebrating each other's culture. We have to remember that. We can learn about the things that are different from us, and then we can also spend some time trying to find out what are similar among persons who may be different from us. So, boys and girls, we need to understand differences. Sometimes, when we don't understand what makes others different, we may hurt them with our words, the things that we see. Sometimes we may repeat bad words from persons around us that can hurt people. We have to remember to always say kind things. So, how can we show respect to others? Firstly, we need to be kind to each other. We need to share with others, help others, we can play with them, and never say hurtful things like making fun of them or doing things that we know that can hurt them. So, as we close off our session for today, remember that diversity is having different types or variety. And even when I may be different from you and you different from me, we can still all be friends. We have to appreciate other people's differences and show respect by not saying hurtful words or making fun of people, but being kind and sharing with them. So, as we end off our session, remember to do your online evaluation. And I want you to always remember that we are to treat others with love. Remember, boys and girls, that respect goes round and around. Once we show others respect, even when they're different from us, we make the world a better place. Bye bye.